Yo, 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 what's up? Hello. I am back again to Hello to the Turkeys. I'm back tonight for the new review for the newest episode from the Last of Us. So the last time we left off, it was Joel and Ellie were being held at gunpoint by these two kids. Well, one little kid and a taller, taller kid, teenager. But tonight, well, this episode, we learned who these kids were, and we learned more about Kathleen, the woman from episode 4 in the QZ. So we learned tonight who these two kids were. It was actually the short kid's name was Sam. The taller kid's name was Henry. And Henry's actually the one that Kathleen's trying to find. Because what we found out tonight was Kathleen's group in the QZ is actually some sort of resistance against Fedra. And Henry's collaborator, they call them collaborators, but they're basically people who work with Fedra to find people in the instance. And Henry, we have learned tonight, he actually worked with Fedra behind the Resistance's back to take down the leader in exchange from Edison. And that's why Kathleen is hunting him. And she is a very ruthless character. She was very ruthless because she did kill like innocent, like to try to find Henry, but she was also going after collaborators who were secretly working with Fedra. And really, Fedra's not a very good organization. They're fascist. They're fascist, and they try to take control of everything. And the resistance inside his QZ here was not very good too. Inside the QZ was not good either because they were basically killing innocent, just trying to get by, and so both sides weren't that great. But basically what happened in this episode was Henry told Joel that, we've been tracking you for a while, and we'll help you in exchange. We'll help you escape from the QZ in exchange if we come with you. And Joel agreed, and all that. They found a way out finally, but towards the end, they got caught up by Kathleen, by Kathleen, but they got caught by Kathleen and group. And the really coolest part of this whole episode was when the infected came out. That whole pile that came up, the pile of infected that came up from the ground, they kind of charged and all that. That was the coolest scene to me. When the truck, when it all exploded, the ground caved in, the truck caved in, and all the infected came up from the bomb, from the explosions and the fire. That was the coolest scene to me. And when everyone was being charged at, and everybody was hiding and shooting, and then we see his huge infected come out of the ground, the giant infected. Oh my gosh, that was probably the coolest scene in the whole episode. And what a creepy scene was Ellie inside of the car, and the infected that girl who was infected, that little girl who got in the car with Ellie, the clicker, she was like, the way she was churning and the way she flipped from seat to seat to get to Ellie, it was creepy, man. That was creepy. But yeah. But then they killed Kathleen and that whole group. Infected did. So Joel, Henry, Sam, and Ellie all got to a safe spot. Then we learned, by Ellie and Henry, Joel told Henry, hey, all can come with us to Wyoming, and all of that. And Henry said okay. And then Sam and Ellie found out, Sam didn't. Oh, by the way, Sam can't hear. By the way, Sam cannot hear. Sam is deaf. So you have to communicate with him with the sign language, and so so he showed when Sam was in private with the Ellie. Sam showed her the place on his leg where he actually got scratched. Infected, and she tried to heal it with her blood because her blood can actually heal those. And then, so she thought it worked, but then, they slept throughout the night, and then in the morning, it turned out the blood didn't work. Sam turned, so Joel had to Henry killed Sam, and then Henry killed himself. And then they buried the bodies, and then they're gone. But that's basically what happened this whole episode, and I really think this was my favorite episode so far. This is my favorite, hands down. The visuals during that scene towards the end where the infected all came, the acting was great with Sam and with Henry and Sam. And by the way, before y'all get in the comments, no, I have not played the entire game, so I don't know exactly what happens totally. But I really did enjoy the entire episode. Great episode. My favorite, like I said. The one thing that annoyed me slightly was I wish Henry and Sam didn't die. I really enjoyed their characters a lot. I really do wish they joined Joel and Ellie. I really do, because those characters were very cool. Were very cool characters. So I really do wish they didn't die and they joined us. But the characters were cool. The fight, the visual during that whole scene was great. I thought the idea of, the QZ, being, Hedra, that whole thing was great. Like, the entire story, this whole episode was great. This is one show that does a very good job of doing storytelling very well. They do a good job with storytelling. And the visuals are great, too, by the way. And it's just an all-around great episode, an all-around favorite episode of mine so far. Man, what do I think is going to happen, though? I think what's going to happen is, I honestly, that's the one thing I really don't know, because you don't know what's going to happen really next. Because I thought Sam and Henry, my old thought during this whole episode before we got to the end was I thought Sam and Henry were actually going to join us, during this trip. So I thought that that's what's going to happen. But I was like, wow. But nah, man, like. So I don't know what's gonna happen though. Now, will they run into some hole? Will they run into a new group or some more stuff? I don't know. We'll have to see. But very great episode. All around great episode. Yeah, that's really it. I really don't really know what else to say besides just an overall great episode. Yeah. Like so far with the show, guys, has been really great. Like a really great show. Like now I'm intrigued. Like I'm like the first few episodes, I was still intrigued, but now I'm really intrigued. What's gonna happen for episode 6 through 9 now? Like what's gonna happen now? And by the way, the show was renewed for season 2, so great. And so yeah, so I'm very intrigued now. Very intrigued in the show now. So yeah, that's really it. So comment y'all's thoughts down in this episode down below. Subscribe, like, and all that. A lot more to come. Say goodbye to the turkeys. I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.